Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. Today, we're going to be on the swivel at the sports bar, and I'm bringing you seemingly a never-ending saga of Jason Whitlock attacking primetime Deion Sanders. I don't know what this guy beef is, but it's so personal with him and Deion. I guess it's one-sided because Deion kind of barely knows he exists. So today, Jason Whitlock is bitching about the fact that Deion Sanders has a business arrangement with the one and only Erin Andrews, the sister, the white lady who sued the Marriott or one of the hotels for letting the guy look through her peephole while she was dressing. And rightfully so. She won the suit and she won a lot of money. They don't talk about that, but she got rich off of that settlement. Anyway, she's in business with Deion Sanders for his sportswear called Prime, Prime 21. You see it right on the thumbnail. And some of that stuff looks good, by the way. And so Jason has, it does, you need to answer me. Okay. And before we go into all of that, hey, look, like, share, and subscribe. Like and share the video, subscribe to my channel, and give me some comments because the reason why I bring this up is I don't think this is a big deal, right? It's a great idea, but it's not a big deal. And Jason Whitlock may have a point in terms of conflict of interest, but conflict of interest is not one size fits all, by the way. I mean, if we were talking about, national secrets, national security, corporate secrets or something like that. Well, is Erin Andrews ever going to be in a position to not say something that Dion is doing where it really matters with all the other sportscasters that's out there or TV reporters that are out there? And listen to it. If you look at this thumbnail closely, you'll see that Erin Andrews has a jacket on that says the NFL on it. She actually has a deal for apparel with the NFL. Not just Deion Sanders, who's a college coach, but with the NFL. So if that's not a conflict of interest, it's going to be when you listen to this little clip I'm going to show you about Jason Whitlock. It's funny he doesn't mention the fact that she has a deal with the NFL itself. If that's not a problem with the network, who also has deals with the NFL, right? All the networks have deals with NFL. How is it a conflict of interest that some lowly reporter that works for the newscasters or the newsrooms have an actual real conflict of interest? I mean, what are they not going to say that matters so much that they can't be in business deals? She could put a pretty face to a real well-known name and they both can make money. I don't see any issue. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to show you Jason Whitlock's point of view, and you tell me whether you agree with him or not. Okay.
Did you catch that Deion Sanders is in business with Erin Andrews? She's launched a line of clothing called Coach Prime, women's clothes.
Fair use.
And what I find fascinating about this is the media is in business with a newsmaker, with someone they cover. When you talk, because I think Erin Andrews still does a little college sideline reporting. I think she was at a game last week. But regardless, whether she does college sideline reporting or not, she's a member of the media in business with a major newsmaker, Deion Sanders. I'm old school. This, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, major no-no. You don't, newsmakers don't get in bed with the people allegedly covering them. And so this implicates not just Erin Andrews, but Fox Sports as well. It's not a good look, in my opinion. Your thoughts?
Well, you're right. About 15, 20 years ago, maybe even a little less than that, there would have been a time that if there wasn't a relationship like this, where two entities were supposed to be on the opposite ends, were in business together, there was an economic motive, there was commerce being done, that a lot of the media would have had an issue with this. There would have been think pieces, there would have been commentaries, there would have been a dissenting voice saying, wait a minute, what are we doing here? Now I don't know if it's accepted, but there is like this silence, like, oh, okay, yeah, capitalism. So I do find it interesting, but I do wonder her place of employment, which I believe is still Fox Sports, right? They have a large hand in the coverage and shaping the narratives of college football. I wonder what their honest thoughts are like. Well, wait a minute. Do we have to take her off every game now? Not only in terms of Colorado, but is she going to be allowed to say anything about the Pac 12 until they go into the Big 12 and all that other stuff? But yeah, the lines are not just only blurred, there are no lines anymore. I think that.
Oh, let me stop it right there based on what he said. The NFL is also in league with just about all the news reporters as well, right? Or the networks. And the networks hire, and the NFL or both hire these sideline reporters. Maybe it's the NFL, maybe it's the news networks. This an incestual relationship all the way around. I don't even know if there's a real story here, but let's continue for a little bit longer. And
Much is clear. And I was surprised by it. I didn't know Erin Andrews had become Versace. No, I mean, look, she's got a portfolio. I don't know what to really say other than that. But there's no doubt about it, Jason. The game has changed, and the rules that maybe you and I grew up on, those rules are no longer in place.
Well, I'm not trying to put Erin Andrews on blast. I just want to talk about the reality of this and the reality of what you as sports fans or people interested in the sports world are just people interested in the media and the media's coverage beyond sports is that Erin Andrews doing this deal, Fox Sports allowing it, it's a bat signal to every young reporter, male or female, or even old reporter, male or female, anybody in TV, it's their goal now. How can I get in business with Patrick Mahomes, Deion Sanders?
let me stop it right there. I'm gonna end it right there. I'm gonna put this whole presentation, which is like 10, 12 minutes long, in the description of when I put this video out there. You can look at the whole thing in its entirety. But what he's saying is he's jumping to a conclusion that now every reporter is going to want to have a deal. Maybe, maybe not. Some reporters are not going to be worth having to deal with. I mean, do you think that every reporter is going to have the juice that Erin Andrews brings to the table? That's not true, right? So it might be something to aspire to, but those reporters will be successful in their own right, right? It's going to be a different world already now that they have the NILs for college athletes, the whole nine yards. So I just think this whole piece is based on Jason Whitlock's obsession with saying something to complain about when it comes to Deion Sanders. I'm gonna leave it there. Just and you can, if you want to comment, feel free because I would like to go back and forth a little bit on this. If you have a different point of view, or pain, marriage, politics, and sports. Over and out.